Hello everyone, every beautiful person watching this video. Here are the nails for this video. Something slight. Usually I don't do my other hand, but today I tried doing it. Just because I want to have a little bit more self-respect for myself, to not be walking around looking tacky with only one hand done. And two, just to, I guess, push myself to do a little bit better. Because I just kind of half-ass it, obviously. If I'm half-ass, do it one hand. So this week has been crazy. And the lesson that's kind of on my mind today that I wanted to speak to everyone about is being a victim. So I just want you guys to know, even if you were an actual victim, you're not really a victim. You're only a victim until you make yourself one. And what I mean by this is, like, stop being a victim to your own mind. Stop letting your mind control your actions and control how you think. Because when you let yourself think you're a victim, you start living the victim life. You start thinking, oh, woe is me. My life is miserable. But let's be fucking real. Everybody gets dealt bad cards, but it's really up to you to decide what you're gonna do with it. So if you get handed a whole bunch of lemonades and you just decide to let the a whole bunch of lemons, and you just decide to just let those lemons sit on your damn counter and spoil, that's you. That's really honestly you. Because you decided to be a victim and just let the lemons spoil. You just decided to look at the lemons and think, oh, I have nothing out of this and I can't do any better. I can't make something out of this. I can't bring something out of this. I can't be something out of this. But if you're thinking like that, you're the problem in your life. You really are. And you can't blame anybody else but yourself, because you're the one thinking like that and you're letting yourself be a victim to that, right? When you decide to end up getting up and making lemonades or a lemon bundt cake or some sort of lemon pastry, lemon pie, that's you overcoming what was dealt in front of you and you deciding that you can make something out of it. And who knows, maybe that lemon pie ends up leading you to be the best baker in the town. So this is just for, I don't know, I have a specific thing in my mind in general right now that made me want to talk about this. And if this is something that you need to hear, then, listen to it and take it into consideration. But stop being a victim to your mind. Like, me personally, I know mental illnesses are real, but if you really let your mental illness drag you down because you think that you can't be any better than it, then you're just lame, bro. Like, you really are. Like, you're just pathetic at that point. Because let's be real, like, think about it honestly. Like, genuinely think about it. Do you not think that hundreds, like, not even just hundreds, everybody walking on this damn earth doesn't struggle with something mentally? But you see a whole bunch of billionaires, you see a whole bunch of people living their dream life, a whole bunch of people just, you know, living the life they've always wanted to live, or just enjoying life genuinely. Do you not think they had to overcome something in order to reach that, like, type of comfortability? Because not everybody gets dealt the same cards, yeah, but if you really put yourself in that position to where you make yourself the victim, you're the problem. You're honestly the problem. And you're the reason why your life isn't getting any better. Admit it. You're the reason why your life isn't getting any better, and you have no one else to blame but yourself. Stop being a victim to your mind. Stop letting your thoughts, and not even just your thoughts, the people, like the thoughts around you. Because one thing I learned is that when you hear somebody say something and, you know, you don't really think about it, but you start thinking thoughts that are similar to those later, those are that person's thoughts. That is you taking up somebody else's thoughts. And that's where we have people becoming leaders and we have people becoming followers, because there are people who will hear those thoughts and they'll be like, yeah, you know, that's the same thing. And they'll keep thinking the same damn thought. But then we have people who will think those thoughts and they'll just be like, no, this is not how I want to think. This is not how I want to live. Let me change my mindset and think differently. You know, let me be different. Let me be extraordinary, you know, and let me think outside the box and think differently. Let me have my own thoughts and opinions. Let me calculate my own calculated, you know, research, make my own formulated opinions, and let me live by that. But when you're over here thinking the same thoughts of other people and you let those thoughts control you, because people can say, oh, I'm depressed on social media, and just you reading that will make you be depressed. You're over here scrolling on social media, watching depressed people talk about how miserable their life is, or you're over here scrolling on social media and you're just reading these depressed ass miserable quotes, or watching these depressed videos of, oh, my boyfriend this, or oh, my life this, or oh, da-da-da this. You're gonna end up thinking those thoughts, and you don't realize that you're thinking their thoughts. You think they're your own thoughts, but they're not. They're somebody else's thoughts. They're not your thoughts. You know? So stop thinking what other people think, and stop being a victim and a slave to your mind, because that's what you're really doing. Is you're making yourself a slave to your mind. You're making yourself a slave to anxiety, depression, bipolar, OCD. You're making yourself a slave to those mental disorders yourself. One thing that I currently live by is I genuinely don't believe mental illnesses are real. I really don't. I think, you know, yeah, you can have ADHD, or, you know, you can have, honestly, I think that's about it. Like, you can really have ADHD, but I don't think you can have anything else for real. And I know this is very controversial. A lot of people are gonna hate me, but so fucking be it. But when you think that you fucking have depression, of course you're gonna be depressed, bitch. I have always, even people around me have always told me that I was one thing, but I always rebuked it. I always said, no, I'm not that. I remember specifically in high school, one of my teachers telling me they thought I was depressed because I was in this mopey, slouchy slum. I was always energetic. It was math class, and I was always, you know, math is my best subject. And I was always answering the questions, always interacting. And she pulled me to the side and she was like, Mary, I think you're depressed. Go see a therapist. And I said, no, I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed. I mean, the signs were very much there. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. I was just drained of all energy. You know, I was void of emotion. I was basically numb. But I didn't believe I had depression. I believed that I was overcoming a tribulation that was meant to make me stronger at the end of the day. That's how you have to see it. Everything is a little challenge, you know? And don't let yourself get stuck on this fucking level and then make yourself a victim to it. Because that's when you become the real slave. It's like playing Mario, right? And like you get stuck on this level and you keep fucking playing it and fucking playing. You're like, damn, I fucking suck at the game. No, you're just not trying hard enough. You know, this is just the level. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even that you're not trying hard enough. It's that it's the level. And you just have to keep going and going and going. And soon enough, you'll recognize the pattern of that level and you'll overcome it. It's that simple. I recognize the patterns of when I start to get in this slouchy, grumpy, slow, like sad slump. And I know what to do to overcome it. I know the patterns of my behavior and I know how to overcome it. I know when I start to feel sad or when I start to feel anxious or when I start to feel, you know, like I have 1,000 thoughts racing through my mind. I go out and walk. I go out and I have, you know, some me time. I go to the gym, you know, or I'll read my Bible or I pray. It gives me peace. Sometimes you need to slow down and look at the patterns going on around you and think like, this is not what I am. I am better than this. I am more than this. And I'm not depressed. I don't have OCD. I don't have bipolar. I don't have any of that stuff. Everybody kept telling me I was bipolar because my mom was bipolar and she passed it down to me, whatnot. No, I genuinely don't think I'm bipolar. Like, and that, y'all might think I'm crazy, but y'all, I genuinely don't think I'm bipolar because I recognize the patterns and I think it through. I recognize the patterns and I know what to do to overcome the situation. You have to get to know yourself in order to overcome yourself. That was a bar. So, you know, like, stop being a slave to your mind. Like, let's be real. Everybody gets dealt the same cards. And that's one thing I also genuinely believe is that everybody lives the same exact life. Like, I have met so many people who have had the same, basically damn near the same exact life as me. But I think completely different than them. Because I decided not to be a slave to my own mind. I decided to recognize my patterns and recognize that I behave a certain way when something's happening, or I recognize my behaviors when I'm about to enter this cycle and I break that cycle. That's where generational curses come into play too. It's like, it's just a never-ending cycle of the same thing repeating over and over and over again. And why are we going to repeat those patterns? You know, like, why put yourself through that misery? Why not overcome it and be better and achieve the life you want to achieve and achieve the mindset you want to achieve and achieve the mental clarity you want? Stop being a slave to your mind. Like, y'all are real lame for doing that. Let's be real. But I don't have much to say because, you know, I am still getting the hang of all of this. That's just one thing I really wanted to talk about is just stop being a victim to your mind. Stop letting your thoughts and, you know, your mind control how you feel, control how you react, control how you behave. Choose to have your own actions. Choose to have your own behaviors. Choose to be you and choose to be what you genuinely believe in. Don't just believe in what all these other people believe in. Because that's where you become ordinary, normal. And nobody wants to be normal. Let's be real. If you want to be normal, that's cool. That's up to you. Keep doing the same thing you're doing then, boo. Like, leave more room for us to be better versions of ourselves and to go out and prove to the world that we're better than what people think we are and that, you know, we can achieve what we want to achieve and that we're just extraordinary. But that's all I have for today. It's a quick little video. I don't have, like I said, I don't have much to say. I'm gonna start trying to write down like because every day I'm learning a new lesson. Every day, every week, I'm learning a new lesson, and I want to share those lessons with you guys. Maybe we could bounce ideas off of each other. I know I don't have anybody watching my videos right now, but I'm still gonna keep posting, just so that if I end up reaching just one person who these videos can help and kind of motivate, they're here, so you guys can watch them. And I really got my inspiration from Liz the Wizard. She's an amazing role model, and I've been watching her for like a year, 2 years now, before she got really, really popular. And she's amazing. She has like the dream mentality, and I'm trying to achieve that mentality of where I attract what I deserve and I attract what I know I want. And right now I'm still trying to find that mental clarity that she has, where she's just so in tune with the universe. And I don't know, this is gonna be like a little guide. You guys can watch the videos from the beginning, see where I started from, and see where I end up. I will say that if you do want to achieve what she has, one thing I learned is that you have to have consistency. You can't keep hurting yourself or putting things on the back burner, because you'll end up leaving for a second and it will get burned. Don't let your rice get burnt. Don't let your soup get burned. Take care of yourself. Pray for yourself. Pray for your family. Achieve bigger and better things every day. And never underestimate yourself, because I promise you, you're so much more powerful than you think you are.